came from the dust with a storm in his chest, fire in his blood and death in his steps. Teeth set hard and his eyes burned bright, a born predator riding straight at the fight. No silk-loved prince and no paper crown, he wanted the hill and he wanted it now. Called up the riders, the reckless, the hard men, built like blades with Odin guiding the way. Dust on the horizon, war in the sun, boots in the stirrups, the charge had begun. Rough riders, ride into the blaze. Rough riders, carving blood into fame. Theodore rising with a storm in his veins. Up San Juan, where the killers made names. Cowboys and brawlers and miners and sons, college-bred fire with rifles and guns. Heat split the earth and the rifle screamed. The valley ran red in the furnace steam. No polished glory, no clean parade, only the thunder of man unafraid. He drove them forward through smoke and pain, a beast in command with iron in his brain. Sweat in the powder, fire in the lungs, lead in the air and the dead screamed in the sun. Rough riders, ride into the blaze. Rough riders, carving blood into fame. Theodore rising with a storm in his veins. Up San Juan, where the killers made names. Flame, men were torn open and still they came, steel in their shoulders and dirt in their mouths, dragging their fury straight up from the south. He rode with the slaughter alive in his eyes, spat at the gunfire and climbed through the cries. No backward step and no fear in his grin, he smelled the death and kept charging in. Blood on the hillside, smoke in the noon, the wounded were calling and death answered soon. Rough riders, ride into the blaze. Rough riders, carving blood into fame. Theodore rising with a storm in his veins. Up San Juan, where the killers made names. Where the brave are torn, where legends are butchered and monsters are born. A rifle, a horse, a war cry roar, and a heart that demanded hooves in the thunder, lead tearing bone, smoke in the blood wind, hell made of stone. War cries rising like a blade in flame. Rough riders roaring and the world knew their name. Rough riders, ride into the blaze. Rough riders, carving blood into fame. Theodore rising with a storm in his veins. Up San Juan, where the killers made names. Rough riders, ride through the dead.